Lost in the Big City, the unexpected adventure of three little chicks. Saffron, a bright yellow chick, and Blush, a soft pink chick, hopped out of a wooden crate. They had fallen off the farmer's truck right in the middle of a noisy sidewalk. "Where are we?" Saffron chirped, shaking the dust off his feathers. Blush looked around at the many feet walking past them. "This isn't the farm," she whispered, her voice trembling slightly as she looked for their brother. Suddenly, Cobalt, the dark blue chick, tumbled out of the crate too. He looked up and let out a tiny gasp. Above them, buildings made of glass and steel reached so high they seemed to touch the clouds. Saffron craned his neck back as far as it would go. "The trees here are made of mirrors," Saffron exclaimed. Cobalt blinked his large eyes, feeling very tiny in the giant world. The three siblings decided to explore. They came across a giant, shimmering lake on the ground. Blush stepped toward it, seeing a pink bird looking back at her. "Look, Cobalt, there is another sister in the ground," she cried. Cobalt waddled over and saw his own blue reflection in the rainwater puddle. He realized it was just a mirror made of rain, reflecting the bright neon signs from the shops. "Watch out," Saffron shouted, pulling Blush back. A giant, black rubber wall was spinning toward them. It was the tire of a parked car, but to the little chicks, it looked like a rolling mountain. They huddled together in the shadow of the wheel. "It's too loud here," Blush whimpered. "I miss the quiet hay in the barn." Saffron put a wing around her, trying to be brave. Just then, a shadow fell over them. A plump gray pigeon named Pip landed on the curb with a soft thud. Blush hid behind a trash can, but Pip just tilted his head and cooed. "Lost, little ones?" Pip asked with a friendly wink. Blush peeked out, seeing the pigeon's kind eyes. "We need to find the green truck with the hay," she explained softly. Pip the pigeon flapped his wings and pointed toward a large green area a few blocks away. "The farmer's market is at the park," Pip said to Saffron. "That's where the green trucks go." Saffron stood tall, feeling a spark of hope. "Can you show us the way?" he asked. Pip nodded and hopped onto a fire hydrant to get a better view. They ran through the city, following Pip's shadow. Soon, the hard concrete turned into soft, cool grass. Cobalt and Blush chirped with joy as they felt the familiar earth beneath their feet. It was a city park, full of flowers and trees. "It feels like home," Cobalt shouted, spinning in circles on the green lawn, while Blush chased a bright orange butterfly. The sun began to set, turning the sky into a beautiful orange glow. Saffron and Cobalt stopped by a large stone fountain to take a drink. The water was cool and sweet. "We have to find the truck before it leaves," Saffron reminded his brother, wiping his beak. They looked around the park, searching for the familiar smell of hay and the sound of the farmer's whistle. "There it is," Blush chirped, pointing a wing toward the edge of the park. The big green truck was idling by the curb, and the farmer was just closing the back gate. Saffron grabbed Blush's wing, and they ran as fast as their tiny legs could carry them. "Hurry!" Saffron cheered. They reached the truck just as the engine started to rumble with a deep vroom vroom. Cobalt scrambled up a loose rope and helped his siblings jump into the soft hay. Pip the pigeon flew up to the truck's side mirror to say goodbye. "Safe travels, little friends," Pip cooed. Cobalt waved a wing as the truck began to move. They were tired and dusty, but they were finally going home together, having conquered the big city.